Hello and welcome to my little project where I'm turning 156 album art into crochet granny squares. This is my little January roundup. I want to take a moment to kind of talk a little bit about the month, what I've learnt, why I'm doing this, and also to say a massive thank you to everyone who's been joining in and following along. It's been an absolute blast. Pretty much everything that I have been working on I've absolutely loved, with one exception. But although in hindsight I've come to a bit of a peace with this one, definitely learnt a lot from it, and I can kind of see it for what it is, and it's okay. I'm okay with it. But it's been a fantastic month. I've learnt a lot. I've learned a lot about yarn management, just about the best ways to kind of tackle these, because basically what I'd done is gone through and made a whole lot of patterns for the whole year. So now I'm kind of like figuring out, like sometimes I'm like learning on the go, like what actually works, and I can kind of now start to see some things that I need to adjust before I even get to it. Some of my favourites for this month have been things like Mastodon's Leviathan. It's definitely a standout. Celtic Frost, I'm really happy with how this one came out. I did end up with a couple of extra stitches here that I didn't notice until after I'd woven all the ends in. So at some point I potentially would redo that, but I'm not too stressed. Like, I'm actually really happy with how it's come out. Castle Rat, of course, got to have some fun with the mixed media, adding in this little bit of chainmail and the sword as well. And I've definitely got a soft spot for Convent. That came out so fantastically. My first one, I was like, it was kind of like a proof. Like, I was not sure how it was going to work out in the end. There's some that like I love, but didn't quite come out how I'd hoped. Author and Punisher is one. I knew it was always going to be a challenge with the album art. Has a lot of translucence in it, and it's a lot of greys, so it has kind of come together a little bit too. Yeah, it doesn't really have a lot of distinguishing features to it, but I am really happy with how these thorns have come out, and it's something I'd actually like to try doing again in the future on another project. Whiteward had a similar thing where I always knew it was going to be a pain in the ass trying to turn a cityscape into a granny square, but it actually came together like not too bad. And it will be interesting because I've got at least one other album art that has at least a building, if not a full city, in it. There's some that, like the Skinny Puppy one and Catatonia, where I love them for what they are. The Catatonia one, I for some reason like better through like a photo or in the videos. I think it kind of somehow translates better. I don't know, but I like it for what it is, and the color work is quite fun. And same with the Skinny Puppy one. There's things I would do differently in this area, but it's cool. Like, I like all the colors. Still a big fan of Nightwish's Weeping Angel. I mean, once album artwork, even though I still am terrified she's going to look at me and send me back in time. But yeah, it's been great. We had some lovely conversations with people. Some of the cool, like, little bits and pieces, like talking with people about Skinny Puppy or Gary Newman and bits and pieces, or just talking about some like art stuff. I really, really thank you all for joining in. It's been absolutely fantastic, just growing this little community. One of the big reasons I wanted to do this was a friend of mine, Ali, last year did a reading Granny Square blanket, and I was like, that's fantastic. I listen to like an album almost every day. I could do something like that, except I'm a kind of crazy person and decided that I couldn't just pick out like the primary colors from this and like make a granny pattern. I had to try and recreate the whole album cover. So that's where we're at. Sometimes it's going to be a little bit Minecrafty, sometimes it's going to come together in like, you know, different ways, but that's all part of the fun and the experiment, and I'm really enjoying this little adventure, really. If there's anything you guys kind of want to see, I've been asked for like a little video or something on how I made my patterns or how I put these designs together, so that will be something coming up in the next month or so. I've already done my design work for basically every piece that I'm going to be doing this year. So there's no requests or anything, unfortunately, but if there's anything else you want to see me include in either the shorts or in like another video, just let me know. But otherwise, to everyone who's been following along already after 1 month, I know it's still a small community, but I freaking, like, I love it. And I mean, I'm all new to this kind of thing, so yeah, it's been great having you, and it's great when you pop in and say hi. So yeah, thanks everyone, and thanks for listening to my 5 minutes of waffle while I point a camera at some yarn. Thank you everyone, have a fantastic one, and I'll see you at the end of February.